Warm greetings to all friends. In this video, we are going to see about incident handling topic. I am Subiksha from IT department. Now we can see briefly about incident handling. First, let's see about agenda in incident handling topic. Introduction. What is incident? Incident types and categories. What is an incident handling? Incident handling life cycle and conclusion. Introduction. In today's world, it is imperative for an organization to have a strong incident handling plan in place. One devastation incident could cost a company millions of dollars, not only in hardware and software, but also in the loss of proprietary information, company type, and productives. Many corporates execution overlooks the need to have a strong incident handling procedures in place because in the lack of knowledge about computer security. In order to prevent a system from being completely compromised, it is advised that a company follow phases of incident handling: presentation, identification, detection, analysis, contamination, eradication, recovery, and followed type. What is an incident? According to the NIST, National Institute of Standard and Technology, a computer security incident is a violation or imminent threats of violation of security policies, acceptable use policies, and standard security practices. Essentially, an incident is anything outside of common practices or policies complaint uses. Incident types: hardware software failure, cyber theft, intellectual property theft, virus, worms, and malicious software like that, etc. 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 of incident types are there. Incident categories: denial of server, prevents or impair authorized use by execution sources, malicious code, virus, worm, thousand has, etc. Unauthorized access, logics or physical access without permission, inappropriate usage, violate acceptabilities, use policies, multiple commitments, one incident encompassed one or more incident. Multiple category incident should be categorized by transmission mechanism. Example: virus create backdoors, handles of malicious code, since a virus, and a malicious transformation mechanisms. What is an incident handling? Incident handling is an action plan for dealing with instructions, cyber theft, denial and server, malicious code, fire, floods, and other security related events. Having procedures and policies in place so you know what to do when an accident occurs. This is the flowchart of an incident handling: preparation, identification, detection, analysis, contamination, eradication, recovery, follow up. Preparation. Preparation is one of the most important steps in incident handling life cycle, because if a system is not initially prepared for an attack, it is extremely vulnerable, and if attacked, the potential destruction will be greater. In order to help prevent an instruction, it is necessary that a company plans and prepares for an possible instruction. This includes creating a security plan and policy, developing an emergency communication plan, selecting and training incident handling team members, providing easy reporting faculties, routine practicing, and improving upon the incident response plan. Security controls should be only be used for what the business requires. In other words, building a system that allows the company to access their business needs the empty anything else. The goal for preparation to get your team ready to handle incident. Policy, people, data, software and hardware, communication, supplies, transportation, space and power, and environmental control documents. These are some goals to handle when incident handling occurs. Preparation key points: take a note and log, etc. Management support, building a incident handling team, preparation system building checklist, getting access to system and data, establish a war room, train a team. Identification is the second point of incident handling. Usually, the first step identification is noticing something unusual on a system. Identification involves perpetual monitoring, which will help determining whether an event has really occurred and the nature of this event. Examining the system logs regularly will help the system administration by more aware of an instructions or some unusual activities. The system log can show defined access messages. A need to know policy should go into effect to ensure that an intruder does not realize he being in monitoring because of significant changes in the system. Detection. The goal is to rather even analyze them and determine if an incident. Signs of an incident. IDS tool has an alert, unexplained entries in a log file, failed events such as logon, unexplainable event, system reboot, poor performance. Sources of signs. Publicly available information, software alert, log, people, networks, and host-based IDS. Antivirus software and file integrity checking software, third-party monitoring service, operating system. Indication. A sign that an incident may have occurred or may be occurring. Too many types of extensive list. Example, IDS alerts about buffer overflow, web server crashing, file name with suspicious characters. Precursors. Examples of some precursors are a sign that an incident may occur in the future, incident handling version of eagerly wearing signs. Example, log entry showing signs of vulnerability scanners, new application exploit, hackatives in threat. Analysis would be easy if all precursors were incidenting, but they are not. User providing indications are often incorrect. Even if an indication is accurate, doesn't necessarily mean anything is going on. Indicators may be an issue, does not a security issues. Example, web server that is down. Contamination. The goal to stop the bleeding and stop the attackers to get any deeper. In order to contain the incident, there are a few steps that should be followed to make sure the problem does not expand. These are some points of contaminations. Next, eradication. Eradication is the removal of any changes or unwanted data put on a system, such as deleting malicious code or disabling breaches users account. Once an incident has occurred, it is important to make sure it is not repeated. The final step in eradication is to locate the most recent backup before the instructions so that the system can be restored back into its original state. The next step is followed up. It's the last step of incident handling. Thank you so much.